All right, greetings. Okay, so this is a little bit different what we're used to doing. I have to get myself organized here, actually. That's not how you do it. Okay, so alien disclosure, Blue Ridge Mountains. So I heard that there's going to be some kind of disclosure there. Good luck with that one. Not likely. But there is alien activity out there for sure. Anytime anybody says there's going to be alien disclosure, obviously, most likely going to meet with a lot of disappointment. But that's out there right now. And it's not me telling people that that's going to happen. So the Blue Ridge Mountains is in, I didn't realize how big it was. I didn't realize, I don't know anything about it actually. But it's in Virginia, it's in North Carolina. I guess it goes for quite some time. Quite a cat that's biting my foot right now. The perpetrator is here. On the phone. I don't want to pick her up. She'll just kill me. And I think I talked about this a long time ago. The Greenbrier bunker, basically, it's where Congress is supposed to be. In case I get blown to bits or something like that. And now it's a resort, so it's like a tourist attraction right now. And that's in Virginia. I think it's West Virginia. Yeah, West Virginia. Anything with the government. Yeah. You just have to remove all the narcissism and get to the root of everything. And then you have U.S. Army Garrison. That's in Virginia, Fort Lee, Virginia, actually. I could put the title, all of the title. And there's so much mind control going on over there. It's something out of Stranger Things, actually. I'm not sure it's to that degree, like they're calling in creatures or anything like that. I'm not sure if they're doing that. But I feel like there's a lot of mind control there. I guess that's on any army base, but that's a good recruitment. Of course, when they do recruitment, it is mind control. Of course, they'll never agree to. They're never so fucking corrupt. I wonder if I'll get a letter from the IRS after talking about this stuff. Yeah, you just gotta love it, right? Just a nice corrupt system. Well, I guess if you're winning and you get rich off of it, who cares, right? Yeah, it's never going to come back to you. Maybe. So there's this talk about alien disclosure being in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and yeah, you gotta be careful of that type of wording, or it's just that if you really want alien disclosure, you can tell yourself anything. You can really program yourself to think anything. So, and if you have a huge amount of followers and you need to offer people, it's kind of like the whole, what is it you call it, the mass arrest situation. That's going off really well. Or what the new monetary system. I mean, people are getting just screwed up and right when they're hearing all this stuff. But they want to feel like things are going to get better. But it's good. I mean, it's been thousands of years. I think it's going to get better just right away. It'll be another couple of thousand years for us to get this all straightened out, if that's even going to happen here. So, yeah. So in the past, I think it was like 2017. Maybe it was 18. I think it was 2017. I can't remember. But I had a visitation from Palladian Energy, because I was going to talk about. I was planning on talking more about the elites and go through their names, Rockefeller, and stuff like that. And then I got like a visit. I mean, it was just for like 2 seconds. Like a Palladian talking to me through a portal, like right next to me. It was at one of the theme parks I was at. And so talk about alien disclosure. And that was it. And I was screwed up ever since. Think it was going to happen that year or something was going to happen. I was all jacked up. Yeah, thanks. I said talk about it. Doesn't mean it just these aliens are such a pain in the neck, though. It's like, people want disclosure. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think they got to work on how they do things over there. Yeah. So anyway, talking about alien disclosure, I mean, there's only so much you can say about alien disclosure, other than like it won't happen anytime soon. There's always a chance of something happening, but be able to predict it is like not likely. So I mean, they're here, but they're not going to tell us anything. They'll mess us up. If they gotta be. I mean, think about it. That was just a message. It kind of screwed me up for a couple months. I was connected to their energy. I was connected to timelines. I was like, I wasn't I wasn't on this timeline, at least for that level. Because I saw like an alien ship, like in New York City, something like that. And you can see people on the ship, like walking on the deck, and people are like freaking out. I mean, I literally got that vision. Not that I saw it physically, but I got feeling. So anyway, yeah, these beings can really mess us up. Not that they're trying to. I don't think they're trying to do anything like that, but it can really. And then you have physical connection. And then they show up for a second. Say, hey, how's it going over here? And then disappear. And you're screwed up for like 5 years after that. So yeah, you just gotta be careful of all this alien disclosure, like it's gonna happen this year and that year, and then it never happens. It's the same old story. But it gets headlines, I guess. I guess it make nice news reports. It's ridiculous. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, there's a reality in your mind, and then there's reality. And yeah, that's where the secret space program stuff gets a little bit lost too. Because you get pulled into that reality, but what about this reality? Because you still have to live this. If you're not living this, you got to come back. So that's why some people this world might be very slow, but at least you're acknowledging this reality and not ignoring it. That sounds a little weird there. But if you ignore it, you can easily come back here because you kind of bypass this. You need to be part of this in some form. You might not like it, but at least you're living in it. But others wander off to Miramar, and they stay there. They're constantly looking for another reality to connect to. And I don't know, it's a little weird saying that, but there's like a healthy version of that, and then there's not a healthy version of it. I guess that makes any sense. Yeah, that's where it gets kind of confusing. Well, music is a good escape. That's why you have television, things like that to escape. Of course, you can get too pulled into that too because you stop doing stuff in your life. So yeah, you can go on and on with that. Yeah, you can go on and on with everything. So yeah, it's a complicated subject matter. Sorry, this time it's held a comment for our sessions as scheduled. We have a shop here. I'm late as usual. Webinar this week sometime, social network behind the scenes. And I am lost right now. And then we have, so we're not aware of the Apple. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with it. So this is North Carolina. So apparently, I guess these mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, I guess Blue Ridge Parkway. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, North Carolina, Virginia. No, okay, gotcha. So apparently all of this. So yeah, there's definitely underground bases. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, there's definitely underground bases somewhere in all of this. No doubt about it. West Virginia probably has the most alien energy, though. That's the vibe I'm getting, at least. So let's take a look at West Virginia. So let's see, military. military bases they have out there, but well, I have to look at this later. The National Guard. I don't know if that's their main hub or. Either way, West Virginia seems to be a hot spot for alien energy. National Guard. I don't know if that's their hub there. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, it would make sense. And then Army West Virginia. Army West Virginia. Anyway. Either way, West Virginia is an alien hub. Whatever is there. Whatever else is there. Let's see. Minnesota bases. Sugar Grove. Oh, NSA. Isn't that nice? So, no surprise there. What a surprise. That doesn't look like much of anything. What the hell is that? Maybe that isn't. Am I reading that right? Sugar Grove National Security. Yeah, that's what it says. Then when you look it up, it doesn't look like it's much of anything. Well, either way, they're doing some bad stuff there. Is that one of their spy towns? Yeah, one of their it's like a fake town or something like that. I can definitely see that. Gee, that looks nice and friendly. It's like, yeah, there's some alien activity there. Keep an eye on these guys. There's no doubt about it. They keep, NSA watches us and the aliens watch them. So that's that. There's probably more to it than that. I'll have to look more into West Virginia in the future. Then you have the bunker here. I think I've done a video on this in the past. So this is like and this looks pretty nice for like the world blows up and then they can go underground and everything. Apparently this is closed. They must have something nicer somewhere. But this is their, that looks pretty nice. The world's getting incinerated and there is some, there's a lot of ghosts there. It just attracts a lot of negative energy due to the fear of the world blowing up. So you can say in other versions of Earth that is that is where the presidential, that's where everything is at, is there. Because the world got incinerated in some other reality. But anyway, that's not going to happen in our reality. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Not yet, at least. So yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains. So I don't know how they're supposed to be. There could be all kinds of alien activity out there. Nobody's going to ever know. They can be having alien disclosure every couple minutes. Most people are not going to see it. So, but definitely, yeah, because the aliens can connect to the mountain energy and rebuild their frequency, and then help us. Like they download their energy into our country, in our world. It's just a good place for them to rejuvenate their energy, but also help us get downloads and help us heal, basically. So it's helping us, them, and it's helping both of us. Let's put it that way. There's another Blue Ridge. It's the same thing there. I ain't gonna get a whole lot from that one. And then you have Fort Lee, mind control, Army base. There's no doubt about it. They're doing something. I don't know if they're doing super soldier stuff there. Technically all armies are kind of like a super soldier type of situation. They're doing stuff they should not be doing there. Let's put it that way. I don't know what they're doing there, but I feel like they're kind of pushing the line of what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, it feels like there's something more. Yeah, something's just not right about this place. Of course, there's nothing right about any of them. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go too far into this. Oh, they're going to change the name of the base. Oh, because of whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what they call it. It's still doing some. It's doing stuff that it should not be doing to the officers there. It's like it's well, they don't really call it illegal because it is the government, so they can do whatever they feel like. But they're really using people as guinea pigs more than they might realize. Yeah, whatever. Smile. Shit. This feels like it's a super soldiers, some kind of super soldier energy I'm getting from them too. So it's whatever they're plugging into them. There's that also. So yeah, jeez, lovely. So yeah, it doesn't exactly have the best. Yeah, that army base. It's it's. I mean, they don't call it illegal activity, but it is. Because they're government, they can do whatever they want, but they're doing things they should not be doing. I mean, you can say that for any government, any military base, but that one seems like they're really pushing it. Of course, we'll never hear about it. So, all right. So remote viewing. Oh yeah, that's right. So, like I said, West Virginia is a heavy frequency there for alien activity there. I thought they're going to show themselves. They're just watching us watch it. They're watching NSA, basically. There's probably more to it than that. Yeah. I also did a channeling about the Arcturians, how some of them are kind of manipulative energy. And I had like an unpleasant visit that night after that. It wasn't from reptilians, though. So they're part of that manipulation, though. Well, so many, they feel the Arcturians and they give their power away and stuff like that. People want to connect to positive energies and then they don't realize they're getting manipulated. Not to say Arcturians don't have positive energy, they do, but there's a bit of a hijacking there a little bit sometimes with them. Like it might not always be them, it might be somebody else. We'll figure it out one day. Or not. So all right, so alien disclosure, the Blue Ridge Mountains, so tap into some of those energies. Take it for whatever. We're not going to say anything. Not going to go too deep into it, that's for sure. And Greenbrier bunker. I don't know if we need to go into that. We'll see. There's definitely a lot of ghost frequencies there for sure. I don't think there's anything else really going on there. There's military like domes throughout the mountains, deep underground bases, no doubt about it. I would say it's all through the ridge or whatever that's the Blue Ridge, or wherever the Blue Ridge is, because I don't know where that is. It's wherever they can go the deepest, of course, but the ridge area, wherever that is. We'll just leave it at that. I feel like there's a long underground base there somewhere. It does have networks, the smaller ones, but there's like an area where it's pretty long. It's like in the, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So I think we can go there. So, all right, we're going to Blue Ridge frequencies, and that's what we got. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greens. We have Pleiadian frequencies, blessings, Pleiadian consciousness. The Blue Ridge Mountains, with many alien beings like to connect to the Blue Ridge Mountains for their own healing. So, as for disclosure, you might see an alien being getting energy cleansed there, but actually seeing disclosure, they're not really, it's not allowed to do so at this time. Now, there might be, some military energies manipulating the frequencies of telling people there's going to be some disclosure. Because, yes, there's a heavy military energy there. There's a major paranoid alien or military energy there. And even the military here can paranoid alien beings. And well, alien beings, it's just energy. Even in a higher frequency, alien beings can become dark just by it's connected to humans. So it depends on the alien being, of course. Some are just some alien beings are addicted to chaos. They can be the nicest being ever. But when you trigger them to a chaotic frequency, they can get out of control. But the Blue Ridge frequencies is mostly a positive energy overall. Underground bases, there's some, but they're not really that active. Not that we can go into the details anyway, but we don't feel like they're that active overall. There are some bases underground, of course. Your military is not expecting a nuclear war, so things are as calmer than you might realize. As for alien beings coming to visit you on a physical level, well, there's always an alien being around, and you basically shift your frequency to see them. But as for us, because we do live in another reality, so we can't appear to anyone. But yes, we can reach out to you if you feel it's absolutely necessary. But if you're on your right direction, we don't need to. If you're on, obviously, like a visitation, but yes, we can take you out of your reality very quickly. And then, yes, we can connect you to an alien energy. You can feel, yes, all the love in the universe, and then, but you have to come back to your world. And yes, that can trigger you for a couple of years of causing actually more depression, more harm than good. It's kind of like going to a candy store and you see, they have everything that you want, and everything is fine for a couple minutes, and then you're back to your world, and the high is now gone. So for alien disclosure, yes, some are having ideas put into their minds, and yes, just let it play itself out. This is a lesson for those that need to. If people are going to that level, let them follow what they need to. What you need, you must live what you must live. Some, as religions have done in the past, have done false prophecies. The alien prophecies is the modern version of it. So yes, in second coming of Christ, and now you're having the second coming of the alien energies. So it's the same thing. So has humanity really learned their lessons? Not yet. Yes, men are going through hardships, and they want something good to turn around, and just thinking the aliens are going to arrive tomorrow, and many get pulled into those frequencies. And since some have been through the religious lifetimes and fell for all that, now they're doing it with the aliens. Just to become aware of that. And there are, yes, alien cults here, of course. And that's the ones putting out that energy of disclosure. False disclosure. Once again, you can't connect to our frequencies, but it depends on where you're at. Yes, men are getting pulled into these wrong ways all the time, but it's up to you. It's all up to the individual of where you go. Yes, you want to be misdirected, or you want to connect to the future that's right for you. Many do get misdirected because it sounds nicer, it's easier, it feels good. And they want this life to come to an end. They want all this pain to come to an end, and there's ways of doing that. An alien visitation will not do that, because we can't remove you from all of this. You have to experience it. Now, in the afterlife, you can connect to anywhere you want, but in this lifetime. And so you're basically building your earth to have a stronger backbone, a stronger frequency about it. So your Greenbrier bunker, we'll just go into that. There are beings there. Yeah, there's nothing really there. Not really. There is, paranoid politicians. Those are everywhere. Those are mostly in Washington. But there is some. Once again, there's army bases that are like your Fort Lee. That's like an Illuminati army base. So yes, where they do DNA manipulations. Of course, they keep it all quiet and hushed and all those things. There's a version of mind control. It's just basically, it's special operations to some level, not completely, but it's kind of like a recruitment, and they send others to other special operations type of situations. Now, sometimes special operations is for actual security, and others just for drug deals or other type of things that should be used. So they are doing illegal practices. Now, sometimes it is for the greater good. I know it sounds a little strange saying that, but it just they have to, yes, form their military officers to think a certain way to solve a certain mission. That's one thing. But then there's other things that are misuse of power, which is mostly done. And they just kind of, yes, give you VA, they just send you money or something like that and keep everything quiet, non-disclosure situation. So they haven't quite and alien energies, they keep that away from humans usually. It all depends. Usually the alien DNA, the situation, they keep that away from humans normally. Well, at least on military bases, things like that. Of course, in your mind, you can take it to wherever you want. Some of you remember the horrors of your other incarnations. But in this world, they're not, yes, they're sinister, yes, but not as bad as you might think. Yeah, there are some bad moments here for sure. There are some troubled characters here, no doubt. But as for alien disclosure, once again, you have to connect to our frequency. Basically, for your world and our world to come together, basically. And what you are working towards. Just others want to happen fast. So it's kind of like, can I take a drug to connect to the aliens? And yes, technically you can, but then the high goes away. And you're back to this reality. So this reality has something to offer to all of you. You might not always be aware of it. Or just acknowledging this reality and getting through it. And just not, yes, there's nothing wrong with disconnecting from this reality, going to some adventure land. That's one thing, yes. But to also realize it's just basically finding, you can say, the recipe for you to experience life here the best of your ability. And others do disconnect from the alien energies or the psychic frequencies. Of course, they use psychic abilities anyway. But some are just, they don't want the metaphysical stuff. They just want to go do their thing. And that's fine. It's whatever works for you. Yes, many come here with their mental mind not well. And you just do what works best for you. Because this alien stuff can really take it to a whole nother level. It basically is mental health. It's one of the main things of their planet, as many of you are understanding. It really comes down to that. Mental stability. That's why many are so easy to go to fantasy land. And there's nothing wrong with that high, though, but realize it's like you can have a version of that here, of course, to get you through life. But to totally disconnect from this reality, which many are doing, connect to the aliens and they want nothing to do with this reality. And that does happen to a certain level, but it's different for everybody. But others do truly become obsessed with other realities and truly call it real. To them, it's real. And that's where it gets kind of strange. Yes, the government's always hiding something. They're doing this and that. And in truth, the government isn't really doing a lot of those things. Is that, yes, they're keeping things hidden, but some take it to a whole nother level. And that's what you got to be careful of. Yeah, they are doing things they're not going to make public, but some take it to a whole nother level. That's not true.